Name is Mayoral, and I'm the Mayor of Houston. And I'm proud to have served my country for over 23 years in the United States Air Force. And now, with your support and your vote, I'd like to continue that history service to be the next mayor of this great city. I know we're supposed to talk about these three questions, but Barbara, you talked about the famous Lincoln-Douglas debates. Those were some hard times. Like Lincoln, I belonged to that same party. A party that was facing turmoil with the separation of the states. And like Lincoln, I want to bring all of our communities together. You heard Mr. Lott. It's a diverse city. And that's what we have to do as mayor. We have to bring our whole communities together. Like we did when we had Katrina, when we had Rita, when we had Ike. We came together as a community. We can do that. If you look at the struggles throughout the whole nation when they had a crisis, if you look at Los Angeles when they had the fires, when they had the earthquakes, there was turmoil, there was split, but not in Houston, Texas. We know how to be friendly to each other because we know we depend on each other. And when we talk about the first question here, the experience to be qualified as your next mayor. Experience really begins with your grandparents and your parents. And I had such wonderful grandparents, actually great-grandparents. My great-grandmother, survivor of the 1900 storm, held on to 3 children during that storm. Unfortunately, she lost 2, but she held on to her 2-year-old. And she moved back here to Houston to make sure she could have that quality of life on the extended town. A woman that was ready to fight Mother Nature, and she fought City Hall as well. I had parents, humble parents, that one was a blue-collar worker, another one, my mother owned her own store. A woman owned business in the 60s. Today, it's very common now that we're all equal, that we have a balance of our businesses. Now let me talk about myself a little bit. I am a retired lieutenant colonel, decorated veteran, who served many successful missions. But I didn't start off as an officer. I started off as an airman. It was time for me to serve my country, and I chose the quickest route. And that was enlisting in the United States Air Force. A time when this country was going through many troubles. We knew that we had gas we had gas lines, we had unemployment double digits. I chose the United States Air Force. Now, I've also received degrees from the University of Texas at Dallas, summa cum laude, a technology degree from Chapman University, and a master's degree from the Air Force Institute of Technology, the School of Engineering. And with that degree, we got a little bit of everything. We got a little bit of technology, we got a little bit of space, we got a little bit of contracts, we got a little bit about program management. It was a wide variety to make sure that when we returned back to the service, that we could manage and be program directors of multi-billion-dollar programs, your tax dollars. I was trained and educated for you. Now, I've also been involved with many programs. I was proud to be Chief Special Operations Team. That was a joint operation between NASA and the United States Air Force. And during that program, I had to come up with a major plan to save a multi-billion-dollar satellite. And I brought a team together to do that. I also had the opportunity to work with the Secretary of the Air Force when we lost a space shuttle astronaut, Ellison Susan. And I was able to work through and make sure that we dedicated an Air Force base for him in California. And I was able to work with senior leadership in Washington only as a second lieutenant. I knew how to get things done. Now, I have led the integration of multi-billion-dollar projects for the Department of Defense. But I've also been the former Chief Technology Officer for the Houston Emergency Center. where I made sure that we brought a whole new system online, on time and under budget. And I also serve our community as a Harris County School Trustee, where I'm the chairman of the Audit and Finance. Let me repeat that: Audit and Finance Budget Committee, Safe and Secure School Committees, and Technology Committees. And I'm the only candidate in this race as a school trustee that has ever frozen your property taxes. And come this October, I'm going to work hard to make sure we reduce that property tax. Not just freeze it, but reduce it.